happy dance you do when you first get your hair done. Yeah, I want y'all to see that. Another DIY tutorial. When that darkness try to overtake you, let your light shine. What is up, beautiful people? We are back with another tutorial. This time we have this cute curly crochet look going on. I love it. It's cute, it's bouncy, it looks natural, it looks like it could be my own. I love that about curly crochet hair. If you want to see how I achieve this look, of course stay tuned. If you're feeling the vibes, I was definitely feeling the vibes today. We're going to go over how I got this done. Go get all your tools that you need, and let's go. So first things first, you want to start off with clean, fresh, blow dried hair. You don't want to have straightened it or anything, because I didn't start off with fresh washed hair like I normally do. So I have been out all day. Y'all have to excuse my voice in the video. And right now, my allergies have been giving me the blues. I live in Texas. You want to start off with fresh washed hair, because if it's straight, your braids may not stick. If your braids don't stick, I promise this style will come tumbling down. Don't ask me how I know, just take my word for it, okay? So you want to make sure that you do some good braids. I'm just sectioning my hair off. I'm going from the middle, because I love the middle part bust down. It's my fave. It used to be a side part, but I don't know, the older I get, I love the middle part. That in that cup is elderberry tea. I'm not drinking. I'm not a drinker. That's elderberry tea. I was trying to combat whatever was going on, because that was the first day I just started feeling a little itchy scratchy. I was like, oh no, I'm not having it. So anyways, you want to part your hair. I parted mine down the middle. You can do a side part for this style. The braid down will be a little different, but you can look up like a braid pattern for a side part crochet style and braid it in that manner. But for me, for this style, I'm doing the middle, so I split right down the middle to my crown, and then I separated from ear to ear and separated the back from the top. I'm going to do straight backs in the front, and I'm going to braid it in a circle in the back. Alrighty, so I am just going in with some braid gel and making a clean middle part. And I'm going to go ahead and start my two, what I like to call my anchor braids, my two braids that are going to be for my part. I'm going to do one side, and then I'm going to just braid back the other side, just using the braid gel for clean partings. If you need braid hair, use braid hair, because I should have used some braid hair. My braids were so soft, y'all. I thought my hair was a little different, but it wasn't. So if you need a little braid in her, use a little braid in her, okay? Take your time with these so it'll last longer. So here I'm just showing you guys that I'm going to take those two braids and cross them over. As I make a braid on the side of each one, I'm going to then cross it. So the braid that's on the right, I'm going to cross over with that next braid on the left side, and I'm going to do the same thing on the left side going over to the right. That's going to cause it to lay a little bit more seamless when you're putting that hair in. If you keep those two braids right in the middle or wherever you're going to part, if you don't cross them, it's going to just leave it open like a parallel, like a street. It's just going to leave it open. You want to close that up so that when you're putting your hair in, you can't see all the way straight back. it'll give it a more seamless look. I hope that that explanation makes sense. Crossing it basically closes it. If you don't cross it, you'll leave it open and you'll be able to see all the way throughout the hair where you did everything. The next part, I decided to do a little bit of the anchor braid on my sides as well, because you know my front hairline is a little tender, as I like to call it. So I'm splitting off about 3/4 eyebrow on each side, and that lower section I'm gonna actually do a braid coming across as like an anchor braid, and then the rest of it is still gonna be braided straight back. Here I noticed that my hair was a lot longer in the front than the rest of it, so I'm gonna angle it through and do a nice little trim on it. And I'm gonna kind of walk y'all through that trim as well to show you, you know, how to angle the hair if you don't want to cut off so much hair. Like, that was a lot of hair for me to cut off, and I didn't want to do that, so I went ahead and went in and angled it to preserve my length. You'll just want to angle it like a 180-degree angle. The hair that's in the front, if it's like mine, you'll want to angle it so that it stays longer, but also still kind of lines up with the shorter part of the hair. And that'll help you to get those dead ends off, get a more even look without it being exactly even. It's long layering it out. So I'm going to do that trim, and then we'll get back to braiding it. Exactly that amount of hair, like, so. Let me try to turn it sideways so y'all can see. Okay, so if I cut it sideways, I would have to cut about that much of my hair. Well, I don't want to do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to layer your hair, and you're going to hold it at an angle. It's hard for me to tell what's going on because I don't know if I should be looking in the camera or in the mirror. We're gonna try the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna angle. Y'all can't tell, but I'm angling this way. Like, I have my fingers coming this way because I'm gonna cut up, and that's gonna help me keep that hair as long as possible, but also still trimming it because it's obviously needs to be trimmed. You can also like pull your hair forward and do it and cut it that way, which I think that I'm gonna do because holding it the other way is challenging for me at this moment. Okay, you see? That much hair, which isn't a lot of hair, and it's dead hair. So that much is still some length over the rest of it. So I'm gonna hold it at this angle. And it's just gonna rip the band-aid off. And it looks even, but in reality, that's still shorter. So I preserved some of my length, but I got rid of that big old separation because that was a big old separation and you really don't want that. So I'm gonna tell y'all I had to take it in. Okay? I know I said I was gonna update y'all. That's the update. I had to take it down because the first day I went to the gym with that swoop, baby, everything up under that clip in was like, and everything on top of that clip in said, I said, oh no. I just did me a hot bun and went on. I ain't even do no bangs because my bangs is gonna do the same thing. I don't got time for that. So yeah, no. I had to take it down. So I was like, okay, Mo, you need something more gym friendly because that's cute, and maybe that's something cute to do for like a little date night or whatever, doing something little snazzy, going somewhere, do a quick little, you know, cute little swoop dupe, whatever. But if you're an active person, job, working in the warehouse, you work at Amazon, or you know, you're outside in the heat, the elements of the sun and stuff like that, you don't know. It is just my personal opinion. Of course, you can try it out and see how it works for you. It could be the way that I bow my hair because I don't like to use a lot of product in my hair. I just don't, y'all. I got enough problems with my hair, and I don't take care of it the way I should because I'm always doing other people's hair, and I know that means I should do my own, baby. When you be in other people's head all day, the last thing you want to do is come home and get it out. Okay, so here I'm just finishing up braiding some of that hair back, and I'm about to do that side anchor braid, and I'm gonna be talking. That's something that I do sometimes when I'm making these videos for y'all. I'll be talking to y'all, so I'm gonna let some of that play. It's gonna be little random stuff here and there, but you know, if you catch a gem, use it. Okay, you know what YouTube does? You know what having a YouTube, especially when like doing your hair and stuff like that, tutorials and stuff like that, it like really holds you accountable for one, and then it like forces you to like have to burn yourself because y'all seeing what I look like without my hair done. Like it. But in a way, it's kind of like freeing because nobody's here with you most of the time when you're doing it. And so it's like you learn how to, I don't know, it's like be open with people but still be, you know, to where you're not just like subject to instant ridicule, you know. The people that ridicule you and make you a meme in a second, but shoot, at least you're gonna have to wait till you post it to do it. At least you get to have those feel good feelings about, you know, talking to people and, you know, giving whatever it is that you give to people, whether it's entertainment or education or, you know, little life hacks or whatever it is that you give. And shoot, it could just be personality. Some people are just full of personality. Now you see how my edges are? That's because they tender. So when I go through, once this is finished, I'm gonna like brush that together and we're gonna swoop-de-doop that. Cause my edges are tender. Yeah, man, don't talk about people's edges cause the Father don't like ugly and he'll smite you. He'll smite your edges cause you talked about somebody else. Cause the people that was talking about my edges also don't have that. I'm just saying. We just gonna keep it all the way but he spites everybody, okay? He don't play. He don't play. You just be better off calling them what you would like for them to be rather than what you feel like they are. Okay, that's a bar. When somebody is rubbing you wrong, you want to refer to them as how you would like for them to be, not how you feel like they are. Because when you start talking about how you feel like they are, you start saying stuff you ain't got no business. He don't like it. And he hear everything. Everything. All my little secrets. Call them a child of the Most High when they bother me. Well, you know, if that child of the Most High is so, you know, they can be a little edgy, but, you know, they are learning how to communicate properly and how to express themselves properly. And most importantly, they're learning how to just keep things to themselves when they don't have anything nice to say. Yeah. And everything is peaceful and calm and cool and copacetic. And you just speak that. Because at least you tried to, you know, speak some positivity over the situation instead of calling people names. Because when you call people names, he hear you. And he'll get you. He'll get you. So not that I ever be perfect. You gotta learn how to work what you got, because it's what you got. And you don't need nothing else. You really don't. You need what you got, and you need to make the best of what you got and bring it forth. Bring it forth in a way to where you show gratitude. Show gratitude for your strengths and your weaknesses, because your weaknesses make you work harder. And you always be grateful for your strength. You know? So, a life of gratitude, an attitude of gratitude, waking up, being thankful that for the life that you have, the roof over your head, the food that you eat, the clothes that you wear, being grateful for the hair that grows from your head, being grateful for the sight that you get to see, you know, being grateful for the things that you have, because not everybody has it. Not everybody has the capabilities or abilities to, you know. And sometimes, a lot of times, people do have the capability, but it's all an attitude thing. We do have, we should be grateful for it, no matter how big or how small. Attitude of gratitude. That's a bar. Keep it attitude. Just like somebody's auntie, I got caught up talking and forgot to braid my braid right on the other side. So I'm connecting that side braid and that last braid because you want it to run together seamlessly. You don't want it to be separated or even to just braid the tail into it. I would take it down a little bit and connect it as if, you know, that's how I intended it to be, because you want it to run along seamlessly. But yeah, an attitude of gratitude, it goes a long way. I've adopted that, and life has been so much better since I've been grateful. I have a lot of stuff that I want to work towards, but thankful for where I've been. I'm thankful for where I'm going. I'm thankful for the mistakes I've made, the lessons I've learned. Here I just slowed it down so that y'all can see on the other side what I was doing, braiding it into the back braid so that it'll be more seamless. And then my baby had the potty, so kind of distracted me for a second from what I was doing to even show y'all what I was doing. But you can see from that side how I connected it together. And then we're just going to run all of those braids in a circle. When I do that top part of the circle, that's when I'm going to take the tails of all of those braids and braid it into the top of the circle part once we get to that. And I'm going to try to walk you through a couple of tips that I use to help me braid my hair into a circle. But honestly, it's just about leaning into it however it's going to be comfortable for you, and picking which side is going to be most comfortable for you to braid up, because you're going to have to braid up on one side in order to form that circle. So I'm just showing you, like, I lean into it. I lean from each side however it's more comfortable for me to come around in that curve. And then when I'm braiding up, I also lean into it. So for me, it worked better to braid down my left side and then braid up my right side. So a few things are happening here. My baby knew that I was recording. He wanted to be a part of that. He wanted to be on camera and tell y'all, hey, he was feeling social. Also, I'm playing music. So me and him were having a dance party. Me and my baby like to dance. When I was pregnant, I used to dance with him. And I used to shake him up, and I used to say, my baby gonna come out with rhythm. He gonna like to dance. And he do. We was in there having a dance party. So that's what's going on. He kept pulling the selfie stand down to his height so that he could be in the shot. And he also went and got his stool, his little stool that he was standing up on, so that he could be in the shot. So I hope that y'all can see, but if you can't, I'm just doing the same thing I did at the bottom and circling all the way around to the top. Alright, so we have the braid down done. Get your crochet hooks, needles, whatever you like to call them. I keep two. I don't know if you can tell, but one of them is slightly bigger than the other. Okay? So I like to use this big one because a lot of times I like to do curly styles. It's sometimes it's just especially too, like if you're doing like some braided something and that loop is thick, I like to use a bigger one. So I'm gonna go in with this one. But to secure my hair, I'm gonna use the smaller one. So what happened was my hair is still kind of straight from flat ironing it. So I had to take this right out because it was real loose. And I'm just gonna secure it in, and I'm gonna secure my tip too. I'm not gonna really look more than I'm just gonna kind of like feel my way through my hair a lot of the time. I'm just gonna go in and try to make sure. Shaky, a little rocky. If I had used some braiding here, it would have secured my braids a little bit tighter, a little bit snugger. But I'll be honest, I had a long day and I'm being. This is my attempt at not being lazy because everything in me wants to just lay down and call it quits. But tomorrow I have things I need to do. And I don't want to be fooling with my hair. Crochet styles are really quick, really easy. So I'm going to try to power through this. But if my kiddo needs to go to bed and not he get, because he's sleeping, we'll pick this back up tomorrow. So let's go grab the hair for now. And I'm going to try to work on it real quick. I'm ready to. So we will be using B6. I picked this up from my local beauty supply. This is that crochet. Yes, this is the hair, baby. This is that crochet hair that it says only one pack. Like, I use one pack is enough. I have used the one pack is enough hair before, and it really is enough. So this comes in 3 different lengths. We have a 4-inch, a 5-inch, and a 6-inch. I want a real cute, curly kind of look. They have some of that options, and of course you can do sport. But this is the net 3C, and I really like the curl pattern because I like a bigger curl. I don't like the real tiny coils that are super tight. I like more of a bigger coil. So we're gonna shape this, of course, into a middle part, and yeah, I'm gonna see how much of this we're gonna get through because my kiddo, he's sleepy. He doesn't want to go to sleep because he knows I'm up, and he also notices that I'm recording, and he's like, what's going on? Because he's one of those type of kiddos. He likes to know what's going on, and he wants to participate. This is what we're using. So I'm gonna take this longest lead. I'm gonna lay it in the back, and I'm also gonna lay it towards the sides, coming to about right here. And then each length I'm gonna kind of like layer it up because I want that lead to stack. I don't only want it to be long in the back, I also want it to be long at the bottom here towards my face frame so that the shorter hair can stack and it can have that nice layer of it. So we're gonna start off with the 6-inch hair. It's 2 little bundles. It's 2 little bundles in each thing. I'm gonna start with this first little bundle. Alrighty, so you're just gonna take your crochet hook and insert it into your hair. Sometimes I go down, sometimes I go up. I'm so sorry if I sound funny, y'all. I done been to the dentist and my mouth still kind of weird. Still kind of hurt a little bit and I'm talking a little funny. But you're gonna grab that hair, loop it in, and pull it through, and then grab it with one hand, separate the 2 strands with the other hand. You're only going to take one strand, wrap that hair around your fingers a couple of times, and just pull it through. Wrap it a couple of more times, at least once or twice. Pull it through, and then you're going to pull the ends to secure it, as if you like literally tying a knot. And that's how you secure that hair into your head. Oh, I feel like Kanye West when he was making through the wire. Okay, we're a few days out from the dentist appointment that I had, so I decided to spare y'all the the agony of how I sounded with my mouth swollen. You're just gonna pull that hair and separate it. When you bring it in, you're gonna separate the two strands, make a little loop, and you're gonna pull one strand through that loop and pull it through twice, and then you're gonna pull both strands to secure the knot that you just made. Now y'all will see some of my pieces are a little bit longer, some are a little bit shorter. That's because I didn't take the time out to make sure that I was pulling everything in uniformly. I was tired. And also, I like sometimes when it's kind of different lengths, but not that drastic. But I was tired. And I wasn't watching what I was doing. I was just feeling my way. So you can watch what you're doing and, pay attention to what you're doing, and you won't have that. That came from me not making sure both strands were even on the ends before I slid them through my braids. You don't need to put a lot of hair throughout your head because it's curly hair. It's going to give a lot of body no matter what. I can get carried away with how much hair I put in my head. So I definitely don't suggest making it quite as full as I made mine. You can leave some space through there and it'll give you more of a natural look than what this gave me. I had to go in and do a lot of trimming that hair to make it look more natural. And that's because I stuffed so much of it in my head. I get carried away. I don't know. It's just something my brain be like, peel it up, peel it up. But you really don't need to do that. Space them out a little bit, and it's going to give it more of a natural look, more of a flowy look, and you won't have to do so much trimming in the end. For anybody wondering, at this point, Eli is in bed. I went ahead and stopped maybe on that first row and put him to bed because I knew he wasn't going to go to bed. I didn't want to have to stop because sometimes when I go to put him to bed, I fall asleep. But I stayed strong this time and I got him to bed, and then I came back and finished it up. So it should be smooth sailing from here. As you start working your way to the front, you want to start splitting those pieces of hair to be a little bit thinner because that's going to give you a more natural look as well. So not only should you space them out a little bit, but you want to separate the strands of hair a little bit and kind of take one strand and turn it into two. And that's going to also help to give a more natural look, especially towards the tips of your braids. You want to use those thinner pieces. This next few minutes of footage, honestly, is just me working through the top to show y'all, how I did it. I really pretty much did it the same way I did the back, except with making the pieces a little bit thinner. But as far as going through and looping one strand and looping it again and then pulling it tight, that's still the same. So I'll do it a couple more times just for you to make sure you got the hang of it. But you're putting it in the same way. You just want to space it out a little bit, and you want to thin those strands of hair out a little bit as well. Honestly, you could stop there. Like how I'm continuing on, you could have stopped already because that hair is more than full enough. Like I said, sometimes I get carried away. So I'm just gonna kind of fast forward through a lot of this where I still added some more hair when it was already full. Now what's wrong with me? But yeah, you can stop there for sure. Once it's looking full to your desire, like how you like it, you can go ahead and stop, because the less hair you have in there, the more natural, honestly, that it looks. So this is where I finally decided to stop. I should have stopped a little sooner, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to wet it down with a little cool water to stretch the curl out and then just trim it. I'm going to really focus on trimming it in the middle um, and like really getting some of that weight out. And then I'm just going to kind of frame it around my face and shorten it up right around my eyebrows a little bit. But other than that, I'm going to really focus on getting that weight out in the middle. But yeah, you just go in and you trim it a little bit, layer it to your liking, and you got a finished look. Thank y'all so much for staying tuned and watching this video. I love making these little DIY hairstyle videos. It's so much fun. If you like this type of content, please like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so that you can keep up with new content. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope everybody stays safe and has a blessed and productive week. Until next video, y'all.